Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the Mental Margarita show.
Ah,
I got Eric Big Veg Sullivan,
yes, sir.
media personality, sound engineer, photographer, videographer, humanitarian,
The whole shebang.
the whole shebangy wangy.
That's right, man. Word. It's
How
been a long time. It's been a long time in the making for this to happen. And I'm sorry, man.
you you've been grinding, huh?
Yeah, yeah. My grandmama veg taught me from young to always go get it. It don't come to you, You gotta go and get it, man.
So true.
You know, and and
Very
and in most cases, not in all, but in most cases, if it comes to you, it's not truly earned, and the value of it when you get it isn't gonna be more pure. Like when you get it, it's like, yo, I work hard to get it. Like, yo, I got it.
yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got
Like
it. Yeah.
you went to go get it, right? So, you know,
Yes.
you know,
Oh man, that this world that we're in right now.
crazy.
There's a lot going on. The economy, people are complaining.
Yeah,
People are worried. Now we got Trump in office, and we don't have to get political on the show.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think some of the things that you said is what we have to instill not only in us but the younger generation. That these are the days and times where we really can maximize our potential.
Yeah.
There's money out there. There's things out there. There's opportunity.
You gotta go and get it though. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, and you started off like that. So let's take it all the way back. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Rockland County, 845. Well, for those that don't know or not familiar with Rockland County, we're considered, well, not considered, but for those that don't know, they're gonna say that we're upstate, but we're not really. So I always say I'm from upstate, but not really upstate. I'm literally maybe 45 minutes away from the city. I did bounce back though from Rockland to the Bronx, the north side of the Bronx. You know what I mean? But I would say my stomping grounds mostly growing up is Rockland County, 845, you know what I'm saying? Just growing up, you know what I mean, in that kind of groove. But like I said, bouncing back from there in the Bronx, being raised by my grandmother, my grandmama veg,
Wow, wow.
bless her soul, man, because she raised me to be the king that I am today. You know what I mean? And and it's funny because coming up in obviously my grandmother's house, she was very religious, going to church every Sunday
Sure.
and all that stuff. So, when I got put onto hip hop at a young age, I kind of had to hide that from her, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
every time she wished me good night, sleep, I pulled out the Walkman, and
Oh my gosh, me
yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah, I'm from that era, King,
You did that too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I pulled out the
Oh, the
Walkman.
Walkman underneath the pillow joint? And you
Yeah, yeah. So when she closed the door, I put the tape in, Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? The whole Native Tongues movement, man.
Jungle Brothers. Come
I'm
on.
I'm a big, big Native Tongues fan. Jungle, you mentioned Jungle Brothers. I had a chance to actually chop it up with them on their 30th anniversary show a couple years back. We'll talk about that
Wow.
later. But that's just, like my medallions were glowing during that whole interview, red, black, and green.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, yeah, growing up, man, I got put on the hip hop to the homies, whatever, and I loved it, man. But growing up, yeah, Rockland County 845 and in the Bronx, but mostly 845 though. I call myself a team 845 because that's what I represent, the 845. So yeah.
Right. And fast forwarding. You got to get a diploma, Institute of Audio Research.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
closed down now, but it was open for business when it needed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there was that inspired you. That got you going in a sense.
Yeah, yeah. IR, man. I went there to perfect my skills as a sound engineer. That's how I got into the business. I guess we could say the music industry. I came in as a sound engineer. I self-taught myself for 4 years how to be a sound engineer. Like once again, going to get it. Like I took a leap of faith and me and my boy, my man Jay, my man Jonathan, he used to call himself JMS back in the day, but obviously Jonathan now. Shout out to him. He runs a independent store called Good Roots out here in Rockland. You know, if you're in Rockland, make sure you go check it out for not just food and dope smoothies, but he has a lot of dope a lot of dope stuff where you could just take care of yourself, a lot of dope skin and material and all
Love
that
stuff,
stuff.
love stuff, self
Yeah,
love.
yeah, yeah. So shout out to him. But yeah, me and him, we kind of went into this business together and we started our own home recording studio. And this is 2002. And like I said, I still taught myself for 4 years. And after I kind of, I guess, found the love in sound
Yeah.
engineering, I'm like, what do you do next? You go to school. You go to school to perfect this craft, right? So went to IER, you know what I'm saying? And my grandmother paid for the whole joint.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Paid for the whole joint.
Wonderful.
I didn't have to worry about paying like a monthly fee. My grandma saw the passion that I had for it, and she's like, "Yo, I'll pay for the whole thing. Don't worry about it. Just go. Just make sure you get an A+ or something." I'm like, "I got you." And I graduated with honors, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. And I just learned so much from that time, and yeah, I went to go get it, man.
You did. And now through that process, not only are you learning, you're developing your craft,
Hmm.
you're getting the confidence. What do you now have your sight set on?
I mean, from then, obviously, I ventured into getting an internship after I graduated, and even from then, after I got my diploma, in the midst of the going to IER, I got an internship with Interscope Records as well. I was on the street team, the Bomb Squad. We were
The
promoting,
Bomb Squad,
yeah, we were promoting acts like Soldier Boy when he first popped with the Crank That joint,
50
uh,
cents.
50 Cent, Daddy Yankee. Oh man, Common when he had a joint venture with Geffen, Mary J. Blige, uh, so many acts around that time. But I got a chance to grasp the taste of promotion and marketing,
Right, right, right.
which is a big necessary thing online now. With the social media and posting and promoting online and all that. But back then we had the picket signs.
Yeah, the big picket size.
This
It
was
was
like
serious.
this something very serious. This was early MySpace days.
Yes.
Big shout out to Tom.
Big Tom.
You know what I mean?
Our first little friend.
Yes, yes. No matter what, when you sign on to MySpace, Tom was your first friend at that time. Like he was the first one, right? You see him with the you know what I mean? But yeah, man, we ventured on. Yeah, yeah, answering your question, I ventured on to getting an internship at a big studio called Brown Sugar Studios, venturing on to learning the craft of sound engineering and just constantly continuing learning, because you can never stop learning. Knowledge is infinite, man. So I did that for about a year or so, got the hands-on experience, and then I ventured on to becoming this dope engineer that was the guy that you go to if you was in Rockland County and maybe a little bit of New York City. You always came up to Rockland to record with me, the getaway,
Wow.
right? And then I started doing Rock Runner Radio, and that's how I kind of ventured into becoming a media host, learning how to host. I ventured on to becoming, the host, I mean, and this was the internet radio, right? So this is before, like now everybody has a radio show online.
Everybody. Right.
Everybody got a podcast. And this was before podcasting and having internet radio and having an internet radio show was a thing, right? Like,
Wow.
so filling the void out from where I'm at, there wasn't that many internet radio shows that was blasting, independent artists and independent music.
Right.
So yes, I ventured on to doing that, and I did that for 4 years, and it's just, bro, it's just man, it's so much history, bro.
Things just start taking off for you.
It's crazy, something serious, man.
So web series, photography, videography,
All
all
that.
this adds up to a total of 20 years of experience in the business.
20 plus years. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessed, started doing videography in 2015. In the middle of my career as a internet radio host. Picked up once again, going to go get it, right? This was the early stages of YouTube.
Yeah.
This is when you could post anything on YouTube. You wouldn't get flagged if you took somebody's beat. You could post up anything, any type of video, fights. Not saying I did that, but I'm just saying, like, you could post up anything on YouTube and it wouldn't get taken down, right?
Right.
So at the time when we doing the radio show, I saw this opportunity, like, okay, now they're posting up visuals. I gotta learn how to do video now. So I picked up a camera and I started just recording. And oh my God,
Wow.
when I tell you, I took, once again, taking the leap of faith and just trial and error, learning how to shoot, how to do photography, how to do video. Um, and that early stage I never forget because I didn't know what I was doing. But I knew I was doing something and it was dope, and I was getting this footage and just learning how to not just shoot but edit, and just like once again learning this on my own. Like I didn't have any mentors coming up. I mean, yeah, I ran into like I did a lot of fashion shows coming up. So, there'd be like, oh, Veg, you gotta do this and you gotta do that. But they didn't take me under my wing and said, this is how you gotta do it, bro.
Right. Right.
Now, I mean, this is the structure of how to shoot, the lighting, the ISO, aperture. Like I didn't have someone to tap me into that. So I kind of, had to learn that all on my own, and, blessings, bro. And, every time I run into a up and coming videographer, photographer, like I ran into my man Carlos recently. He has a platform called Bars Over Politics, and he's learning. I saw a young me. I saw a 2015 me in him.
In him. Yeah.
Because I asked him, "Do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do that?" He said, "No, I'm gonna teach you. I got you," because I didn't have that.
See, that's great for you to
So
be able to pass that on.
pass the torch.
And you know what else is cool? I think what else is so cool about that is that your lack of not having those people around you to was really never a lack of, because God made sure that you were going to
Right?
dig within yourself
Yeah, man.
to overcompensate for what you didn't have.
I mean, blessed to the big homie above, of course, man, for giving me
Right?
the patience
The patience.
to deal with the trial and error where I broke something and I shot something, and then when I got back home it wasn't there,
Uh
or I shot something and the audio messed up and the audio wasn't there. Like, bro, you have no idea. And every now and then I still go do that today because it's just trial, it's human error, obviously, right? But back then, just the patience of just dealing with understanding that, okay, you did it wrong. You got to make sure you don't do it again. But then you do it wrong again, and like, okay, you really you gotta make sure you don't do that. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Because sometimes it takes a couple times to get in. Like, yo, Veg, you gotta chill. Like, you gotta take it slow. You gotta, because 90% of the time when I'm doing my like interviews and when I'm on site doing all these interviews, most of the time I'm doing it by myself. You know,
Yeah. I
tripod,
watch I watch you out there.
yeah, tripod, microphones, audio, everything is me, myself, and I. De La Soul type of groove. Me, myself, and I. Native tongues, right? But yeah, like, so I'll just, by the grace of God, I have the patience just to deal with it and to understand, like, okay, I gotta be careful when I do this, that, and the third, and and
Were there times where that you were like,
yeah.
I just can't do this no more? Were there
Oh,
times where you felt like giving up?
well. I'll tell a quick story because there was a crazy time where 2017, I never forget it. November of 2017, I was coming home from a gig, right? Once again, this was early Big Veg. I don't, if someone was to come up to me and say, "Yo, Veg, take me on your way. How do I do this? How do I do that?" Bro, all I do is press record, and I finagle the joint, the settings, and then I'm moving groove. I don't know. So don't, you know what I mean? But anyway, November 2017, I'm coming from a gig. I'm in the heart of Times Square. This is before COVID, so this was the streets was bonkers, and it was a Friday, I think. Point is, it was crowded, right? So I'm coming from a gig, and I go into a 7-Eleven to get some snacks, right? Have my camera bag full of camera stuff, whatever, right? Going to 7-Eleven. I I get the snacks. I put my camera bag down in the corner of the where the snacks was, right? I walk to the register without the
Uh,
camera bag.
uh,
Pay for the things and walk out without the camera bag. I'm moving and grooving. I'm not even knowing, right?
oh man.
You know, I gotta head to the Port Authority because I gotta catch the bus back up to Rockland County, right?
Uh,
So I'm not thinking. I don't have my camera bag. I'm moving and grooving, right? I go to get the tickets. 15, 20 minutes pass by. I still don't have my camera bag. I get the tickets and I realize I think I talked to the guy too. That's one thing about me. I'm very friendly. So I might have talked to the dude. Another 10 minutes pass by, 20, 25 minutes. I don't have my camera bag, right?
oh god.
Get the tickets. And I realized after I get the tickets, I paid the credit card, put it in my bag, whatever. I realized that's when I realized, oh shit, my camera bag is gone, right? Maybe 25 minutes, half an hour passed by. I'm running back. Oh, the minute I walked out of the 7-Eleven, that camera bag was gone.
Uh,
I lost my camera, my first camera. I think I had like 2 lenses on me, a couple of SD cards, shotgun mic. I lost what, maybe over $1,000, almost $1,000 worth of camera equipment in about 30 minutes.
oh my goodness.
So I'm taking but I don't complain. I take the L. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I go home. But luckily, I just did another gig that didn't pay me yet. So I kind of told him, like, yo, listen, I told him my situation. I lost my camera bag, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I got you. See, this was before PayPal and Cash App and
All that stuff, right?
Zelle. So they had to overnight me the check, right? So they overnighted me the check. And also another good thing is this was around like Black Friday, the Black Friday sales and stuff like that.
Stuff that was going on.
So luckily, you know, I could get a couple deals. They had a couple bundles for sale or whatever. So once I got the check, ran to the bank, put that in the bank, came back, and I started looking online for Black Friday sales, and I found a bundle that worked out. And I had a little extra money. They, you know, the gig that didn't pay me, that just paid me, they gave me a little bit extra dough, like I guess a tip, because they understand what I was going through. And
Right.
you know, I had the extra money, so I paid it. I paid rush delivery because there were people hitting me up like, yo, Veg, you available, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not gonna tell them like, oh, I lost my camera. They just wanted
Right.
yes to know, like, nah, I'm booked.
Right.
I can't, I'm sorry. So I had to get my camera
Sorry about
equipment.
that.
Yeah. So I had to get my camera equipment back. So I ordered it rush delivery, and I was supposed to get it in 3 5 days, right? Or whatever, rush delivery. 3 5 days passed by. I didn't get my camera equipment. So I had to call the company,
Uh,
like, yo, what's up? Da da da. They're telling me, oh, sorry, Black Friday's sales is backing up everything. Please give us another day or two to get your package to you. Okay, no problem. Once again, patience, right? Patience. Another day or two passes by. I still don't have my package. I call him back. Like, yo, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Yo, I'm sorry, sir. We're still backed up. Let me talk to your manager, right? So I'll talk to the manager. I tell him my situation. He's like, okay, well, listen, sir, I'm looking at your package. It's right here. See your name on it. You will get it. Literally, I will ship it out today. You will have it in the next day or two. No problem. Next day or two goes by. I finally get my package. I'm back in the game, right? Boom, boom, bam, right? The funny thing, right? Maybe another day goes by, right? I get another package sent to my crib. I didn't order anything because I was tapped out as far as money, right? So I thought it was for my mom and shit, right? So I go, it says my name on it, right? So I bring the package inside. It's the same package sent to me sent me to the second time. So I got the same package sent to me twice.
Wow.
That's God, bro.
That's God, bro.
That's God. So now I had two cameras, two of the same cameras, and the
That's
accessories that
something.
came with it. The
Is that something?
bro.
Sometimes you got to go through it,
Yeah,
man, and then all of a sudden you look and there's a gift with a big bow on it.
blessings, bro. And I think the best thing about it too is while I was obviously down, I got a chance to like kind of look online at forums and kind of just learn the trick of the trade of who I, of a photographer and videographer, like the behind the scenes and understand the craft. And I really understood the craft and when obviously when I got my cameras back, um, then that's when I test what I learned, right? And I really learned. I became a better, a better shooter, a
Right.
better photographer, a better photographer, and through that whole phase. So good karma, bro. That's why I don't treat nobody wrong. I don't do nobody wrong. I respect people. I treat people how I like to be treated.
Treat it. So
You know,
important.
you know what I mean? So, and obviously do that at good karma, bro. Bro, I tell everybody, bro, my good karma credit is high, bro. You know what I'm
And you
saying?
know what? It is high. And I can feel it. I can feel it right now. It's reaching out and touching me. And it reached out and touched a lot of other people. You worked with Papoose,
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
Vado,
yeah, yeah,
Raekwon, rest
yeah,
in peace to Sean Prince. Come on. The
yeah,
Coke Boy, French Montana. The list goes on and on.
yeah, yeah. And I definitely, man, rest in peace to Sean Price and all that. And you know what I mean? But yeah,
Right.
man, blessings, man. I'm blessed, man. Just blessed, yo.
Now, what was it like getting an opportunity to working with these legends?
Well, that kind of goes back to my sound engineering years. I had a chance to work with my guy overseas in Germany. I didn't go over there, but we, obviously through internet and email, we connected. My man Gun Productions, he's a producer out there in Germany, and he's always looking for dope people to mix records that he produced. So he would send me the projects, like the projects that he would send me with Papoose, Papoose and Vado, and then tracks with Sean Price, tracks with Raekwon, tracks with so many people. Um, and once again, just making it happen. Making sure everything sounds good, and then literally sending it like soon, like quick. You know what I'm saying? And
Quick turnaround. Yep.
yeah, and he liked it. He's like, "Yo, Veg, I rock with you, bro. People don't be doing what you do, bro. I take the opportunity. I look at the opportunity, and I just take advantage of it and move and groove on it. So, but yeah, it's just a blessings, man. Just blessings of having that on my resume as far as that, and bro, just ultimate blessings. I'm thankful for who wants to work with me, who wants to rock with me, and
And
bless.
not only rocking with you, but you've interviewed my favorite, the legend, Rakim, who is my favorite.
Rock him.
Word
Funny,
for word, lyrics
funny.
and fear. I mean, come on, like
Yes,
my
yeah,
favorite.
yeah. Funny story about Rakim. We was at an award show where him, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, uh, who's the brother that did Rick James' daughter? Uh,
Rick James' daughter you worked with.
yeah, I had a chance to interview her as well. I gotta put the interview out. You just reminded me.
Angela Yee you worked with.
Yeah. But funny story about Rakim is like I said, we was at an award show and he was getting honored, with Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, all these dope Breakfast Club, you know what I'm saying, and we had we got there, we set up at the red carpet. My executive producer at the time, he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna go check out the spot, just get all the mics and cameras ready." I'm like, "I no doubt, get the camera, get the mics ready, and go." He comes back to us, "Yo, Veg, listen, grab the camera, grab the mics, and come with me right now, right?" So he brings me he brings me with him backstage where Rakim is taking pictures with the Breakfast Club. You know, June Ambrose is back there. You know, the queen of fashion. You know, mad people just taking pictures, and it's crazy, right? So Rakim is there, and my executive producer is like, yo, Rakim, can we get an interview? And Rakim mad, laid back, yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it, you know, with the deep voice and shit.
Yeah.
so we did the intro to our show, Music Money
Okay.
Video, outside of Damien the Mill. We did the intro to Music Money Videos, and then we did the interview with Rakim. Rakim, king of the golden era, like hip hop hero, right? Like he changed the game. Like I had so many questions. Eric being Rakim, paid in full.
Uh,
I had so many questions for him, right? So my executive producer says action, ready to go. I go, I go blank. I forget all my questions.
you're like, whoa.
So I had to hold the interview. I had to freestyle the interview. And you know, I did my thing. Everybody said, "Go Vance, that's your best interview." I think it's because I had a chance to, you know, be with Rakim, but I got through it. But you know, but yeah, that was a cool interview, man. Rakim, obviously a legend in the game, and you know, someone that's known for integrity, who has never, you know, settled for selling his soul for chips.
Right. Ever.
You know what I'm saying? Like whenever he does music, it's for a reason. Like there's a purpose behind it. So shout out to the legendary Rakim, the God MC, and I had a chance to I put that on my resume for 3 or 4 minutes. I had a chance to talk to this cat. So definitely shout out to Rakim.
Shout out to Rakim. Shout out to Miss Jersey, USA. What you doing? Beauty pageants? You haven't?
Yeah, Miss Jersey 2008, I believe. USA. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, once again, just diversifying my range of interviewees, right? So I don't just, yes, I'm a hip hop guy. You see me out there with my fedora, my medallions, and you know, you see automatically you get this hip hop vibe. But I interviewed the beauty pageant winners. I interview the chefs. I interview the other media personalities. I interview anybody. If you got a talent, you do tap dance.
Right, right.
Let's tell your story, you know, because
You're
everybody has
right.
a story. And
Everyone has. Everyone does have a story.
and I love to inspire. Like I just, you know, I don't do this for the clout. I don't do this for the money. Yes, we have bills to pay. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? We all have bills to pay, but I have integrity and I know God puts me in positions to win and puts me in spots where I know to connect with people that have a purpose, to
Yeah.
connect the dots, right? So yeah, man, I had a chance to interview her. She was dope, and you know, this is part of the resume. You know what I'm saying?
It's all part of the resume. And one thing I love about you is not only do you show humility, but you pass the torch.
So
And Mikey D passed the torch back to you. So once again, here's something where your high karma credit is reciprocated.
right.
Tell us
Right.
how that show.
Pass the torch. Pass the torch is a movement that me and Mikey did actually. We started and built that from the pandemic.
Wow.
During the coronavirus pandemic, Mikey D had reached out to me and said, "Hey, Veg, I want to start a movement where we pass the torch to young artists, young cats doing their thing, and even OGs as well, just keeping them relevant." The whole pass the torch movement is, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. We're passing the torch to those that's on the come up, that need an
Right.
opportunity they need an opportunity to get themselves to get themselves heard, to be seen. Um,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And of course, that's up and coming. And then we have the OGs that need to stay relevant in this day and age of social media, streaming, and you know, internet waves and all that. But yeah, pass the torch, man. Pass the torch. You know, we have a radio show now. We have radio show that's on it's on Chuck D's, the legend Chuck D from Public Enemy.
the legend right there.
Yeah, yeah, it's on his platform called Rap Station 365. Every week from Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our show, up and coming artists doing their thing, showing love to up and coming artists as far as their music. And then I do interviews, obviously, with up and coming artists or legends. Like the last show we had this week that repeats Wednesday and Friday, depending on when this airs. I had a chance to interview Ed Lover, the legend from Yo MTV
I
Raps.
love her, the
Um,
legend.
I mean, another one on my resume, Ed Lover. Super humble cat, very, very transparent, and just about showing what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, Pass the Torch, man. It's a dope platform, man. Make sure everybody follow Pass the Torch Media on Instagram, spelled Grammarly as it sounds, Pass the Torch. Um, yeah, man, it's just a beautiful thing. And then Mikey D, man, Mikey D. If you don't know about Mikey D, you have to do your history, right? Like, you
Got to
know,
do your history, Mikey D.
Mikey
He's
D. No, go ahead, go ahead.
great, great dude.
Yeah, yeah, Mikey D, man. He's coming up in the borough of Queens, just battling everybody. Seminar champion. He beat Melly Mel. For, back in the day, just he was just known as a dope MC, a dope artist. And for him to link up with me, like I'm just honored, like, to
He gave
be,
LL Cool J his name.
yeah, 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 man.
You know,
Feel me? Like,
the fly Mikey D.
and I'm just blessed to be in his presence, to be rocking with him, man, because he could be rocking with anybody else, you know what I mean? But he's rocking with me. He's always, and it's crazy because every time we're on our way to an event, he'll tell you, like, I'm like I'm a student of the game, man. So I always ask him, like, yo, Mikey D, were you ever in the room with blah blah blah? And then he'll tell me a story. Like he
Yeah.
has so many stories. Like he been rocking since 79.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's been,
Others.
he's been in the culture since 1979. Like this was the year when Sugar Hill Gang put hip hop on the map as far as radio.
Yeah.
So, and he was inspired by like, the Cold Crush brothers, Grandmaster Caz and them, you know what I mean? So, a little history as far as that, but like, every time I'm in the car with him and we're riding somewhere, I always ask him, like, yo, like, what do you know about blah, blah, blah? Like, he's a time capsule,
He really is.
main source. Like, you know what I'm saying? After Lost Professor left the group, he took the lead of becoming the lead MC for that group.
He was there to fill in. Yeah, absolutely.
But he was just there. Like, he was there. Like, he was like, as I was listening to hip hop, he was in the culture, you
And
know?
it's for the culture.
Yeah,
And
yeah. And
your
yeah,
your passion for the culture. I
yeah.
love
Oh,
seeing you at work. I mean, for everyone that's watching, you guys do your research on this man here because you're talking about passionate, full of life,
yeah,
exciting, and just loves what he does. I mean, it's amazing. And just like you're talking about Mikey D, I think that the world is going to be talking about you, sir.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's funny, it's crazy because I put up a post literally like about an hour ago. Like, I don't do I don't do all my good deeds and what I do. Like, I don't do it for clout. I don't do it for people to record it and then put it out and then they say, oh, Big Reg is great. Like, no, I just do it because I have the passion and I want people to strive and I don't want people to go through what I went through when once again struggling with the camera work. Like, I came up having to learn everything myself. And when I run into a videographer and photographer who is struggling, I walk over like, yo, what's up? Oh, my settings ain't da 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 da. Well, let's see what you got
Right.
going on. And then I just help them. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know if people are recording and I don't care. Like if they're recording, cool. Like, all right, cool. Yeah, hey, cool. Like post it, cool. But if they're not, I don't care. Like I don't do it for clout. You know what I'm saying? Like I just,
It's
passing the torch.
deeper, way
Pass,
deeper than
it's way deeper now. I'm passing the torch, man. So yeah, man, it's all love, man. It's all love, and I just love what I do, and I'm blessed to do it every day. I'm blessed to do what I love, and I'm blessed to get a check from it. I'm blessed to get paid for what I love to do.
Right, right. That's a blessing in itself.
A lot of a lot of people are working and are miserable.
They are.
And
There's a lot of depression out there.
especially in this day and age of social media and
There's
everything, like
of de-
people people are getting paid to do their job, but they hate the job and they complain about it. Oh, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I don't want to get up. Like, you know what I mean? I love getting up ready to go to work and or I mean, I wouldn't consider what I do as work because I love what I do.
right, exactly.
So
That's a blessing. And you know what? Your grandmother is smiling right now, and I'm sure she is so excited. And everything that you've done, I know that she is definitely an extension of, and it shows. And we love the fact that you came on the Mental Margarita show. How do they get in contact with you if they're looking for you or anything like that?
absolutely. I will say this before I say this. Congratulations on your movement, on what you have going on. I'm big about giving people's flowers while they can
Thank you.
smell them. You know, you have something going on. You got it. You definitely have something going on where you're giving people the chance to tell their stories. So congratulations, and I wish you success and wish you more everything. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, my brother.
Absolutely. But to answer your question, they can follow me, Big Veg, BIGVGG on all platforms. You could Google me. I've been doing this for 20 plus years. So you could Google me and it'll come up. Pass the Torch Media is the platform that I'm representing. That's on Instagram, so check that out. Make sure you follow Mikey D from Queens on Instagram. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? You know, and yeah, just check me out, man. And for those that are looking to just get into this game, just do it. Just go and get it, man. Like there's too much technology
Too much.
that you can't just pick up a camera and then there's YouTube right now. There's YouTube University. I didn't have that
Uh,
coming up.
you didn't have none of that.
You could type in how do I become a great photographer and videographer? Mad tutorials will come up.
That's
And
it.
what, bro,
Yeah.
you got it, man. Just go get it. Just if you want it, just go get it, man. Just go get it.
Just go get it. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Veg is in the building
My
on the Mental
brother,
Show.
my
So
brother.
let's shake the world, Big Veg. We got to bring you to Vegas soon.
You said bring me to what?
Vegas.
To Vegas, you said?
Yeah. You
Oh,
got to come out.
let me know. I'll come. Let's set something up.
Right. Let's set it up. Come on.
We're gonna build on that for sure. We're gonna build on that. We're gonna build on that for 2K25.
All right. 225. We're going to make it happen. All right. God bless you, my brother.
Peace, King. Thank you.
Let's shake the world. And here we go. Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. I got phase one in the building. And you know what? Hold on. Before I tell you how great of a guy this guy is and how great of an artist he is, I love the way he spells his name.
Hey, that was one of my gripes when I first came up with it. It was a different time, so it worked out. It's more of a old school throwback type of rap name.
I love it. I love it. It just stays in your head. Rapper, producer, Allentown, Pennsylvania. I mean, there's so much energy that's coming from Allentown. What's happening with that? Because you know, I've actually personally worked with Red McFly,
Okay.
and I know that he's one of the guys that's out there. But what is going on in Allentown? I mean, the energy is just phenomenal.
Well, I hope so. It's it's been like a second-rate market for a long time. We're the third largest city in Pennsylvania outside of Philly and Pittsburgh. But there's been a large movement of people, and the like. I guess the Allentown metro area, the Lehigh Valley, is way larger. So we probably have like a million or so people out here now, in the whole valley, and we're pretty close to New York too. So there's a lot of New Yorkers, a lot of people from New Jersey around here. So Red is originally from New Jersey. He moved out here early. We actually, I think, are the same age. Um, so we started around the same time making music and everything, and we've been, we bumped heads over the past 20 years or so. So yeah, I'm familiar with Red and everybody too, but everybody's been doing music for a long time around here. So I think maybe we're getting a little bit of just due.
You know what? And I love the words "just do," because not only is it something that needs to happen when you grind and you put your blood and sweat and tears into something, but in order to get just do, you have to just do,
For
and
sure.
you have just did that. You've done that. Produced for ODB Brooklyn Zoo.
Yeah, not directly ODB, but ODB's group, the Brooklyn Zoo.
The Brooklyn Zoo,
I
yeah.
never got a chance to meet ODB. Unfortunately, he passed. I think either the year of or the year before, um, that I met up with Brooklyn Zoo when I was going to Full Sail in Orlando. Um, we linked up with his brother, 12 o'clock, that's in Brooklyn Zoo, and they're all family in the group. Um, so yeah, unfortunately, I never got a chance to meet or work with ODB, but his family and I, we have stayed in touch over the years too. And unfortunately, also 12 o'clock passed away, I think last year.
Wow,
So
rest in
so rest
peace.
in peace to 12 also.
Word, absolutely. Blood is love, the cold world.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Those were the two songs that I produced on the album. Um, my partner that I was working with at the time, Structure, he also produced a song on that album. We were kind of like a team at the time, and we played some of our beats for their in-house producers and their A&Rs, and they liked our work. So they picked some of the beats that they liked, and we went in to the studio. This is back in 2005. Back in 2005.
2005.
And the record actually didn't come out till like 2009.
Wow.
So yeah, it was done years before it even came out. But we spent like 12 hours in the studio straight with them. That was like really our first experience in the music industry with people who've been around for a while.
And you know what? Experience. Experience is something that a lot of artists that are entering the game might not necessarily have. They talk about artist development. A lot of
Right.
people say that doesn't exist. You, on the other hand, you've been doing it for a long time. Tell me about your upbringing in Allentown, and also tell me what was some of your musical inspirations growing up.
So I'll start from that because that starts way earlier. My inspirations growing up in Allentown, the first time I even had the thought of rapping, there was a group in my town called One Deuce. They're from 12th Street, and they performed at one of our talent shows in like middle school. And that really opened my eyes to interest me in like this is something that I could do and get into because I already liked music. Like me and my brother would like put together like fake radio shows and top tens and stuff like that. So my mother was a little bit more eclectic in her taste. So she liked hip hop, she liked Spanish music, she liked like pop and everything. And my dad was like a real rock head. So
Nice.
he liked all the old school rock and even the newer stuff at the time. Like when I'm growing up in the 90s, he was still
Love it.
into Nirvana and Guns N' Roses and
Oh yes.
um
Can't beat that.
yeah, all the old rock he loved. Pink Floyd, all these guys. So growing up, I had like the whole gambit of influences. And then around 13 or so, I started writing and I wanted to get into making beats. So this is around 2000, like 2000. And Fruity Loops is like just coming on to the market.
Fruity Loops is coming on the scene.
Yeah. So before that, I had like a little piano and stuff and play around, and my friends used to make fun of me that they sounded like video game beats and stuff like that, which now is a compliment. But back
Right.
then, it was not a compliment.
No, not at all.
So once Fruity Loops came on the market, I got more into sampling and I started collecting records and expanding my sound because I couldn't really figure out like listening to some of my favorite records, like I forget the title of the one Wu-Tang song. Shadowboxing, now that it comes to me.
Shadowboxing.
That sample, I was like, how do they get the little voices? And
Yeah.
I didn't know about sampling and speeding it up. So I had to
Classic.
like try to reverse engineer it and like figure out how to really sample. So also during that time, I was playing basketball. So I wanted to be a basketball player. Unfortunately, I stopped growing. I'm damn almost 6 foot. So I stopped growing. So they wouldn't let me on the basketball team, a bunch of politics stuff. So the only other thing that I really liked doing was music. So I taught myself how to record and produce. So I found Full Sail and I went to Full Sail and I thought I was going to come home and like start my own studio or get a job at a studio, which we got offered a in-house production job down in Orlando from our Brooklyn Zoo work. But
Nice.
our contract negotiations for that studio didn't work out. I didn't really know about negotiations back then either. I was 19. So I just seen some things in the contract that I didn't necessarily like, and I was just like, oh, forget it then. so so anybody listening who has negotiations, you can go back and forth. You don't just have to cut them off.
That's right.
But I didn't know that back then. But I came home and I kind of started dipping my toe back into the local scene and reached out to some other artists that I produced for, like Tug McGraw. Red was still doing his thing around the town because he was even doing stuff when we were in middle school, high school too. So we knew of each other. And so yeah, I came back into the town, thought I was going to start up my own little studio, and I was recording local rappers here and there, and eventually got to where I am now. So here I am.
And here you are. And not only here you are, I mean, let's talk about, I mean, some of the things, some of the people that you actually worked with. I mean,
Sure.
A-Town Slim, Devin Haley. I mean, you're talking about the legendary Jodeci family.
Yeah, I actually just got done doing a stream with Devin 20 minutes before I hopped on here. So yeah, I started producing Devin around 2017. He's the son of Casey of Jodeci. And we've done, I think, 5 projects together. He was just on the show growing up hip hop a couple years ago. And my other artist, A-Town Slim, he's like a local Allentown rapper. We have done like 9 projects together. So a whole bunch of local projects I've done. Before that too, I've worked with the battle rapper Head Ice.
Not
When I was working with my other partner, which I don't work with now, but previously Rick Cheney and L Chain was our previous label. So when I was under with them, I worked with Head Ice, Shabam Sadiq, who was on Raucous back in the day, you might know.
Oh yes, love it.
I don't think that other record ever came out. Um, what was his name? Ready Rock, Redman's artist.
Yeah.
I did a record with him that never came out. Yeah, those are a few.
Good morning. People like me. Misery loves company. And you know what? I love those titles, by the way. Tell me about that.
Sure. Well, good morning is spelled like a good, and then morning like morning of
I
death.
love that. Love it.
It was almost like a kind of a plan. I wouldn't say a fully thought out plan, but I wanted to start off my whatever you want to consider career, local career, just my artistic career in rapping to kind of go backwards.
Right.
So it started out with a death. And then I moved on to People Like Me, which is kind of a double entendre because the album art was the original Instagram like icon. And even though I'm a nice guy, I have a reputation around that people don't like me. So it's kind of said in jest. And then also, it's a mixtape or album full of features. So I'm saying these are the people who I like who are also like me. So it's people like me, and the like button has a 0 on it. So also nobody likes me, and this is an album full of people like me.
I love it. I love it. And you know what? I don't dislike that at all.
So it
Fantastic.
it's a little bit thought out. Misery Love Company was a my late 20s, and I felt that there were people around me who were not necessarily happy in their life, as was myself. So a lot of times people say when you're not so happy, you surround yourself with people to play yourself up. So it was a little bit of a darker album and an introspective. So it was a darker time in your later 20s where you're more so reflecting on your life and what's to come forward.
Yeah, and what's to come forward? Now let's talk about what's already come forward. Your fourth project, 0 to 1.
Yeah. And that goes back to my first album with Good Morning. Started with the death, and then this one starts with a birth. So it's going from 0 to 1 age wise. And I have a classic, like baby picture album. Everybody has to have like a baby picture album, like Biggie and Nas and everything like that. So it's about creation,
Right.
and the start of creation, going from 0 to 1 in like age and binary code. And it's also a book title by Peter Thiel, who started PayPal. And he wrote a book about tech startups and how to do them and why it's hard to create something new and going from nothing to something in business. So that is also plays into the album as well.
It plays into it well, and so does the features. Devin Haley, Sticky Money. You got Murdoch and Tug McGraw in there. I mean, you got Drew Breezy, you got A-Town Slim. I mean, you even got Maui Melodic.
Yeah, yeah.
Are all these guys part of the scene, the movement?
The only two artists that I specifically produce are Devin and A-Town Slim. Maui Melodic was an artist that me and Rick have done an album with in like 2014. And this was one of the first times that we linked back up together again since then. So it's been like 10 years already. The rest of the guys, oh no, I'm sorry. Tug, I recently produced the album for as well. He was one of the first people that I met in the local scene when I came back from Full Sail. So we finally got back together on this most recent album last year. And the rest of the guys are also local artists. I didn't go for any, actual industry features. I wanted to keep it a local album and have it sound like the area and not try to branch out too far into mainstream or underground mainstream, whatever you want to consider it, and try to, it's almost like reaching for clout to me, which there's a place and time for that. And I didn't feel like that was time for that on this album.
Yeah, and I think the timing is impeccable because bringing up the area, you want to get some of the right guys in there and be able to have that sound and curate the project properly. And I think you did an excellent job of that.
I
Now,
appreciate that.
Are you going to be promoting it worldwide? I mean, are you thinking about coming to Vegas? Come on, Vegas. Come on.
Yeah, I'll see, man. I'm getting up there in age, so like performing and stuff is really not on my top agenda, especially in the times that we're on now, where everything's on the internet, and you could do like, unless it's like a major show, you could reach so much more people just by clicking go live, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe, hopefully one day I get out there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, is there anything besides 0 to 1 that you're working on that's in the pipeline for the fans and the soon to be fans that are watching?
I think I still got another project in me as far as the solo one goes. I don't know what direction I'm going yet. Um, but absolutely, I still have another A-Town Slim project in the works. I have another Devin Haley project in the works. Um, another Tug McGraw project in the works. So last year I put out I think 4 albums, not of mine, just of other people's. This year, not so many, just mine. When I have to hunker down as a solo artist, it takes up way more time. Um, so maybe I got to put myself on the back burner a little bit again to get these other guys' music out.
Well, it's a fantastic talent to be multi-talented and to be able to do your rap thing and also your production thing. Is there anyone that you any one of those do you like the best?
Of the
Or
albums,
as far as rapping, do you like rapping better than producing, or do you like producing better than rapping, or are they equally valued?
it's tough. It's basically whatever I'm in the mood for. I just so happened to get into an artist mode. I felt that I had something to say for this one. So it all depends. I get in different modes. Sometimes I like to make 100,000 beats. Other times I get into a mood to mix. Other times I want to I also shoot the videos too. I don't so much anymore. That love has kind of faded
Right,
as far as videography goes, because I feel like you don't get so much return on investment for those anymore. Like with the TikTok age and the shorter attention spans, people just want to see clips.
right.
So that kind of went out the window, and brought back my first loves, which is basically just producing and also rapping. So mostly those, they're kind of equal, but I feel like I could produce till I die.
Right.
I might not rap until I die. Um, so yeah, producing might edge it out a little bit.
Well, I'd say one thing. I love what you're doing. I love your production, and I love the fact that you're true to the art. How do you feel sonically? About where the music is going as far as hip hop is concerned, the landscape. Do you think that it's going in the right direction?
Um, in the mainstream, no. but there is some interesting things being done. I don't know if you know the guy JPEG Mafia.
Yeah,
JPEG Mafia's album that he put out this year is like sonically incredible,
very great.
and it's doing something new that nobody is doing. Um as far as the rest, I don't know. I always love Kanye West. I love producer rappers. they're
Right,
always they're always pushing the boundaries to me, even if it's not lyrically. They're pushing the boundaries sonically. I love Dre. I love when RZA's also a rapping producer. I love RZA. I love Jay Dilla. The producer rappers, to me, I feel really push the boundaries artistically. um so that's the one guy that I feel is really still doing that today. um Other than that, like Kendrick Lamar puts out great bodies of work. Um, but I feel like the tempos of today aren't um they don't facilitate lyricism the best, because when you have to do triplet flows all the time, almost stuck in one syllable words
Right.
for the most part. So, it's kind of hard to really be intricate and say something meaningful with all one syllable words all the time. So I feel like when the popular tempos change more to where people can traditionally rap again in regular standard BPMs,
Right.
you can expand the palettes of the people then too. So we'll see if that happens again. I don't know.
You know what? I don't know either, but I do know one thing. I do know that we got phase one on the Mental Margarita show right now. Live, Las Vegas, here we go. And I want to know, how do they contact you? How do they reach you?
Oh,
How
they
do they
can read.
follow you?
Just gotta search phase one. It's just a phase at it's just a phase on Twitter or X, Instagram. It's just a phase. On YouTube, search phase one. Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you listen to music on, search phase one. Um, and I'll be there.
And it's phase. And we're looking at PHAZE
Yes,
WUN.
WUN. Very Wu Tang.
Dang it.
Yes,
Bring out the Gambinos. Hey,
yeah,
listen.
bring them out.
Hey, Faze, it's an absolute pleasure chatting with you. And I look forward to more of your projects. Let's shake the world, my brother.
I appreciate you taking your time out, man.
What's going on, brother? How you?
I'm feeling good. We got Johnny Blaze in the building today.
Word.
And I've been hearing, man, you've been blazing.
Nah, yeah, I've been trying. You know what I'm saying? So it come with the territory.
It comes with the territory, baby. Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show.
Appreciate it. It's an honor.
Blaze in the house. Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Word up. We the third largest growing city in Pennsylvania, about an hour away from Philly, just to give you a quick demographic and all that. But yeah, third largest growing city. So there's a lot of talent out here, all kind of stuff out here. So everybody come out here to see what we got going on.
You know what's crazy? I actually, I'm an independent hip hop artist as well. I work with a producer who you might know out of Allentown, Red McFly.
Yeah, I know Red McFly.
Yeah, man, Red
Yeah,
McFly.
he's fine.
Big shouts out to Red McFly in the house. Now,
Word up.
the thing about you is you are the type of artist that you care about the lyrics.
That's a
You
fact.
you have integrity.
Yeah,
And I feel like the way the music game is going, it seems like it's gravitating back to the lyrics.
that's a fact. Yeah, I feel it making a shift as well. It's guys like me or guys like Red McFly and people that hold that kind of standard to hip hop. That's what keeps it alive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So tell me now, going back to childhood, you starting out being in Allentown. How was that like growing up? What were some of the obstacles that you faced, and
Well,
and and in your early stage?
yeah. So when I was young, I grew up in a weird time. I grew up like I seen early and late '90s. And then I seen the early 2000s and late 2010s, and then now I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I seen a lot of stuff go on. I've been in the mix of a lot of stuff. So I feel like that's one where my sound comes from. And also all the music I was put on to since a jits. You know what I mean? Like what my dad would listen to, my mom would listen to, or my brothers or cousins, older cousins and stuff. So, listen to people like Rakim all the way up to like a person like Jada
Oh,
Kiss, you know what I'm saying? And things
come
like
on.
that. So that's
That's my
really what shaped
favorite.
my sound. Yeah, that's really my foundation right there. And then on top of that, my pops, he been out here. He used to rap. Not only that, he got his respect in the street, whatever he was doing. You know what I mean? We're not gonna speak on that, but as far as that, a lot of people hold me with the same weight. They look at me and be like, damn, you know, does your son got it too? It like runs in the family type of thing. So all the other people that have been running around here back in those days, you know, they give me a lot of praise. And yeah, I hold it. They gave me, you know, they hand me the baton. So I carry that on my back and I wear that. I wear it like, you know, like a Superman cape. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, you
So
know what? You got pride. There's a form of legacy that's there,
definitely,
and the baton has kind of been passed on to you, right?
definitely.
And the thing is, you have held that baton very well. Let's talk
Yeah.
about your solo project, the Ria.
All right. So the re-up, I made this around the time. This is around the time where I didn't know if I was gonna take rap serious. You know what I mean? I had a lot of other stuff going on in my life, so I had to make a decision. Do I continue to do this what I love to do, or do I, you know, just stop and live my life? And obviously, I chose to continue to rap, and I displayed all of my emotion around that time right into that project. So, if anybody's listening right now, go ahead and check that out. Um, the re-up on all streaming at DA Real Johnny Blaze. That's DA Real Johnny Blaze. But yeah, I just had fun doing it with the people I love and the people who all experience what's going on in my life. I had a song called Re Up that's on there. It's just to give you a full circle moment. The guy who's featured on it named Macville, his pops was running with my pops back in the day, rapping out
Wow.
here. You know what I mean? Then I got another song that's coming out soon called Look How Far We Come. That's with another guy's son that my dad was running with back in
Oh
the
my
day. So
goodness.
it's just running around full circle. And when they first heard it too, they were like, "Yo, that joint was crazy. This is what we needed. Y'all got it." That's kind of like when they handed us the baton. So it definitely felt great. But yeah, like I said, I hold that accountable anytime I do my work. I make sure I dot all my T's and cross my I's.
And you know what? You do it well because that project is critically acclaimed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And one thing that you say, and that I really appreciated when I was, sitting there doing some research on you, is that you're building your parents' foundation.
Definitely.
I mean, to hear that from an artist, to me, I mean, it emotionally it hits me to
Oh
my
yeah,
core because I love the humility in that, and by saying that, hey, this is not just all about me, this is about my
definitely,
last name.
definitely. So to speak on that, yeah, like I said, when getting into this, especially after they gave me that baton, I felt like I had to hold that with all my honor, integrity, all those life codes that nobody lives by no more. Like remember people used to live by their word or keep their word. That was a
Right,
real bet back in the day. You shake their hand, and that's what you really had to be about that.
right,
So those are everything I use to also formulate everything I made into that project. You can, like you said, you can hear it. You can see the things I'm talking about. You can see the characteristics I hold, and it's all older generation. So it's different to see it from a young man like myself. You know what I mean? And it takes you back to those times. That's what I love to do. That's how I knew I had something too as well, because all that was catching people. Um, like I think my range of age was like early 20s, like 18 all the way to like 50 maybe. So
right.
there's a lot of audience that all like my music. So I touch everybody.
Well, know what? You got it, like you would say, right? Domestically, internationally, all over the place,
Yeah.
and that's a great thing when you're able to do things that way.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're trying to breach that barrier of doing what you love and then also kind of creating a business, like you want to be able
Right,
to sell music. Like it's not just about making what you love. Sometimes you got to make something for a certain demographic. Like I got a song on there that, to be honest, I wasn't even comfortable with making. you know, because where I come from and who I am, it just didn't sit right with me. But my engineer and my team, we all spoke about it. It was like, yo, we need one for the ladies. So I made a
Right.
song called Love, and I'm singing on there. That's like no man wants to feel vulnerable, you know what I mean? But
Right.
I had to step out of my comfort zone, and that's one of the hottest songs on the album. So definitely.
You know, one thing that I've noticed over the years, some of the greatest artists that we know
Yeah.
is when they're able to get in touch with that vulnerability. You know,
Yeah.
a little uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
that's how you create those crazy joints, man.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. There's a couple of them on there that's like that, but um yeah, that's the ones that the fans usually love, the ones you don't really like the most. But then it kind of grows on you. You hear it after a while, 100 times playing in the studio or around other people playing it. You kind of grow on to those songs. So, and then when you're fans and people tell you like what gravitates to them, what they like, you find a new enjoyment for the song too, because you see what it
Right.
means. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, definitely.
What is your business as far as the business side? You got this scorching hot solo project. What is your plan as far as the rollout, the marketing? What are you looking for, Johnny Blaze?
Um, I'm just trying to grow my fan base. That's why it was so big for me to come on here. You know, I'm touching a whole nother side of the planet. Um, I'm,
Definitely.
you know what I mean? I'm trying to, I just want to be able to express my abilities to the world. And if it
Uh,
makes them, you know what I mean? If it makes them motivated, that was my intent. If it makes them whatever it was, I just want them to be able to feel that, take it, whatever it is, and apply it to their own life or help them get through whatever it is. You know what I mean?
right.
Because they sure did for me. They every time I went into the booth, I put my all in it. I have a song on there called "God God on Delivery." Around the time I was making the album, I had a lot of people just passing all around me, and my life was just
Yeah,
it felt like it wasn't gonna get any better. And we all had those days. So um,
absolutely.
I had my sister come in there. She's from church, so I know she could sing the hook for me. And we both were feeling it. So when we went in there, we let it all out. And that's one of the most proudest moments of me and for everybody else out here in Allentown that's related to me or from my past, like I already mentioned prior. Because they know all these people. They relate too. They feel it too. So for the fact that they just heard it, they were like, "Yeah, word." You know, somebody's getting it right. Somebody's doing it right, and they ain't just slacking on it either.
That's important, and you know what? I think that's so important because it's very important to make music that people can feel and be able to relate to. Because I mean, we know the world is crazy. You know,
Yeah,
there's a lot of depression that's going on. There's a lot of
definitely.
different things that are happening. So
Yeah.
with that being said, are you gravitating more as you make music to make that kind of music as you continue?
Um, Nah, I would say no because um that's not how I generally make music. You know what I mean? I make whatever I feel at the moment. Um
Love that. Love that.
like I don't because it's harder to just make a song just because you have an idea. Like you
Right.
can make that song, but it's gonna take you longer because you don't feel it. And then when you go in the booth and rap it, it's like you're reading it off your notebook.
Of your
It
notebook.
doesn't sound like it's coming from your heart. It doesn't
From the
sound like you're
heart.
not exactly not giving that energy. And that's exactly how the audience is gonna hear it too. So they're not gonna feel it as well. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But if I said something with my heart, I could have said something whack, but somebody they felt it though. So it
Right.
left them, it came and left them with a different type of energy. So that's what I do when I go into the booth. Another thing is too, I try to get to those uncomfortable moments and touch everything because not everybody listens just to hip hop.
That's
You know what
right.
I mean? Not everybody just listens to
All genres, huh?
yeah, I try to touch everything. Any way I can get another audience because as long as they listen to me, I know, you know what I mean? They're gonna feel me somewhere. They're gonna feel me.
And you know what? I think that you saying that answer says a lot about who you are as an artist.
Definitely.
So I really appreciate that answer. I also appreciate mighty healthy freestyle that you got.
Nah, yeah.
Come on, man.
I had to do that for Ghost one time. Not only that, that's my dad's favorite. So I felt like it was only right. Like, you know,
Crazy.
I wrote that and shot the video and then showed my dad, you know, just to see if he was gonna get hype. He did though, but I'm just saying, like, that was the whole intent behind it. When I did it, I was like, yeah, I gotta get this one off. He's gonna like this one. You know, every son like went to impress their dad. So yeah, that was definitely one of them for the block.
So is there any new things that are coming for the fans to get excited about?
Yes, I do plan on dropping another project. I don't got the date yet, but I do have another project in the works.
Whoa, another project. Johnny
Definitely. And I got another EP coming. That's coming sooner than the project. It should probably release probably by the end of this year. I could give y'all that. Can't give you no dates yet. I got a song that just released about a month ago called Make It Out. I'm shooting a video for that. That's coming soon as well. Yeah, and I'm just trying to really link and grow with everybody, even with artists, not even just with the fans. Like I'm trying to grow with other artists and learn things and you know what I mean, create things. You know what I mean, and I feel like people are too scared to do that. They be in their own little introverted world.
Right.
That's not gonna get you far or even create. Even if you don't get far,
right.
To get better at your craft, you ain't gonna do that just listening to yourself and thinking you nice. Like somebody got to give you some kind of criticism or add to the game. You know what I mean?
I love how you say that because you know, being an artist, you know, you got to be able to deal with constructive criticism, and not only that, when you collaborate, you know, you take bits and pieces from the artists you're collaborating with, not in a biting kind of way, but you know, there's certain things that you can learn, you know, and then you never know what you can create.
Definitely, and a lot of these people got the formula to create sellable music.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I've always been a person that I never know enough information. So I'm trying to learn everything.
Love that.
You know what I mean? Like you can never know too much of anything. That's impossible. So I definitely try to take in everything from everybody. Like we got a lot of Allentown legends out here. You know, you got Red May Fly. You got so there's a guy out here who does what's that called? It's basically you get money for like you get a placement on like a TV show or something on a commercial or on ESPN or something. Sync licensing, that's what it's called. There's a guy out here named Gallo. He's really good at that. So anybody else who's watching, definitely tap in with him.
Wow.
You want to, you know what I mean, grow. He's working with people to help him create that type of music. But like I said, you never can know too much. You never can know too much. So yeah,
you never can know too much. But what I want to know from you is how do they reach you?
Oh, you can find me on all social media platforms at DA Real Johnny Blaze, DAREAL Johnny Blaze on all streaming. That's even my what's it called? My YouTube. So I'm out here, man. Definitely. If you ain't see me, you're going to. Definitely.
We're definitely going to see you in Vegas soon.
Definitely. I'm hyped for that.
We got to bring you out of Vegas. Johnny Blaze, is an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, my brother.
Definitely. Can't wait to do it again with more information.
Absolutely, man. I'm about to go listen to Mighty Healthy right now.
Yeah, definitely. Go tap into that Mighty Healthy. A matter of fact, before I let y'all go, I got a Still Free freestyle coming. That's on that Jada Kiss beat, Still Free. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but
absolutely,
you got research on that. And I got another one with the Nas one, the Moment of Silence one.
Oh yeah.
That one. But yeah, tap into me, man. I got a couple freestyles dropping, a couple videos dropping. You know, we working. And if any of y'all want to tap in with me, y'all can hit my direct line at 484-225-1165. That's 484-225-1165. Get with me. Let's work, man. I'm with it.
Here's a guy that's about serious business. Johnny Blaze, it's a pleasure having you on the show.
Definitely.
We love you at the Mental Margarita Show, my brother. Let's take the world.
You're ready. Peace.
Attention business owners, get your messages to Pahrump and Nye County by advertising with KNYE 95.1 FM, the big voice of Pahrump and Nye County. Call 775-537-6100. That's 775-537-6100. Before you plan your next event, call Balloon Pros Las Vegas. Our team is ready to make your wish come true. Whether you're rooting for your home team, planning the corporate event, a stadium job, or surprising that special someone for any occasion. If you can dream it, we can build it. Say it with love. Say it with balloons. Call 702-574-2021. That's 702-574-2021. Or visit balloonproslasvegas.com.